The movie begins with a girl named Quinn, who is 17 years old. She's in the car with her father, Brock, and they're traveling to a town called Kettle Springs. It's clear that Quinn isn't excited about moving to this town after the death of her mother, unlike her father Brock, who's optimistic and works as a doctor. They arrive at the house, and Quinn is surprised by how old the house looks. When they go inside, they smell a terrible odor coming from the chimney. Quinn grabs a metal rod and approaches it. Suddenly, a dead dog's body falls out of the chimney. Brock quickly disposes of the body. Later, we see Quinn in her room looking out the window at a burned-down factory on the other side. The next morning, Quinn gets ready for school and goes downstairs to say goodbye to her father. But as soon as she opens the door, a young man appears and startles her. He introduces himself as Russell, their neighbor, and says he came to meet them. Brock, seeing that Russell seems like a good guy, asks him to take Quinn to school since he wants her to make a friend. On the way, Russell talks to Quinn and warns her to be careful who she becomes friends with at school. But Quinn doesn't pay much attention to his advice and leaves him to head inside. In class, we see a group of students playing a prank on the teacher by putting his face on a muscular man's body in a picture. The teacher gets upset and gives a warning to anyone who laughs, including Quinn. After class, the group approaches Quinn and introduces themselves. A girl named Janet introduces her to her friends, Ronnie, Tucker, and Matt. A guy named Cole talks to her and tells her that his father is the mayor of the town and the founder of the Corn Festival that's taking place the next day. He tells her that the main character of the festival is a fictional clown called Frendo, and they make prank videos as if Frendo is real and actually kills people. These videos get tons of views. They invite Quinn to join them in filming. After school, Quinn has lunch with her dad at a diner. Brock is surprised she already got a warning on her first day and asks her to be careful and not behave like the troublemakers. Just then, a cop named Officer Don enters the diner and meets Brock, recognizing him as the new doctor. He also sees the group of teens passing by and warns Quinn not to hang out with them, saying they have a bad reputation. She agrees and leaves to get something from the supermarket, but runs into the group outside. They all go to the store together because they want to buy alcohol, even though they're underage. The shopkeeper gets nervous when he sees them since he knows they cause trouble. To distract him, Tucker pretends to get into a fight with Matt, and they successfully steal the alcohol without him noticing. That night, they hang out, drink, and have fun. Quinn is curious about the burned factory across from her house. Cole tells her that the factory belonged to his father and that they snuck in there last year to film a prank. But then a fire broke out, and although they weren't blamed, it was a disaster. He doesn't go into more detail, and the group clearly doesn't want to talk about it. Suddenly, Tucker shows up pretending to be injured and bleeding. Then, the clown appears behind him, startling Quinn. Before she can react, they reveal it was just a prank and they were filming it. Quinn calms down. Later, she has a private conversation with Cole and tells him her mother died of an overdose, and that's why her dad brought her to this town. Cole shares that his sister died in an accident last year, but he doesn't give details. He drives her home, and they get close, but just then Brock appears and gets very angry with Cole. He warns him to stay away from his daughter. Inside the house, Brock and Quinn argue. She tells him she never asked to be dragged to an isolated town, and that she'll do what she wants just to be able to survive in it. She storms to her room in tears. Later, Quinn watches the prank video and enjoys it, until she notices something strange. She pauses the video and zooms in to see a clown figure in the background, which wasn't part of the prank. She sends the image to the group chat. Meanwhile, Matt is at home and sees the photo but doesn't pay much attention. Then, on his security camera, he spots someone dressed as a clown approaching his house. Thinking it's Tucker pulling another prank, he walks around calling for him and opens a closet to find a clown music box. Suddenly, the clown appears behind him and kills him. The next day is the day of the Corn Festival. Cole's father, Arthur, the town mayor, gives a speech emphasizing that they'll always protect their traditions and won't be influenced by the bad behavior of today's youth. As the parade begins, Quinn talks with the group and asks if they saw the picture she sent. But they dismiss it. During the parade, a performer on a unicycle plays with fireworks. One misfires and ignites the corn decorations, causing a fire and ruining the festival. Arthur is furious. Officer Don sees the teens and assumes they're behind the chaos. He arrests them and locks them in a cell, where they meet another prisoner who speaks strangely and warns them about Frendo the clown. After a while, Don lets them out. Brock is waiting outside the station and scolds Quinn again for hanging out with that group. He grounds her and says she can't leave the house for several days. That same day, Tucker is working out in his garage and sees the clown toy. Thinking it's another prank from Matt, he calls out for him and continues lifting weights. The clown appears with a chainsaw and kills Tucker. Later that night, Quinn gets a message from Cole inviting her to sneak out. She does so without her dad knowing and joins him in the car, enjoying the adventure. Suddenly, they spot someone on the road carrying a deer. It's Russell. He warns Cole to be careful, but Cole isn't interested in talking with him. Cole then takes Quinn to a party the group is having at a cabin. They wonder where Matt and Tucker are, but assume it's just another prank. They party and dance. Quinn takes Cole outside to get closer to him, but Cole tells her he doesn't want to rush into anything, which upsets her because she thinks he doesn't like her. She returns to the party disappointed. Janet and Ronnie approach her and mock her, saying Cole is just using her like he did with other girls. Quinn gets angry and pushes Janet. Suddenly, they hear screaming. A girl runs out of the cornfield, collapses and dies. They assume she's acting, but then Matt's severed head is thrown at them. Janet picks it up, thinking it's fake. Quinn tells them the girl isn't breathing. She's actually dead. Panic sets in as Frendo the clown appears in the field holding a crossbow, firing at them. They all run. Just then, Russell appears with a rifle and shoots at the clown. No one knows why the clown attacked, and there's no cell signal to call for help. Suddenly, more clowns emerge from the cornfield. It's not just one clown. The group runs and takes shelter in a barn, locking the doors. They hear the clowns outside trying to break in. They find an underground passage leading to a sewer tunnel, so they escape through it. Russell lights gasoline at the entrance before following them, setting a trap for the clowns. When the clowns enter, the place explodes. The group escapes the sewer. Cole is worried about Russell, but they have to keep moving. They run through the field and reach a road. A police car appears. It's Officer Don, but he tells them to raise their hands and doesn't listen to them. He arrests Cole and drives off, leaving the others behind. Janet suggests they go to the Tillerson house nearby for help. As they sneak through the corn again, a clown with a chainsaw chases them. Then another clown with a hammer appears. They try to hide in the field. Ronnie starts to cry, and both Janet and Quinn take turns covering her mouth. Suddenly, a clown puts his hand over Quinn's mouth too. It's one of them. She punches him and they run. Ronnie gets caught by the chainsaw clown and is killed. The others make it to the house and find a clown sitting motionless in a chair. Unsure if he's dead or alive, they go upstairs to find a phone, but it's dead. They see newspaper clippings of crimes and murders from over the years and the same clown toy. Suddenly, a clown appears and kills Janet with a pitchfork, pinning her to the ceiling. Quinn hits him with a vase and tries to pull the fork from Janet, but the clown grabs her. She stabs him and he dies next to Janet. Back at the police station, Brock pretends the clown he's operating on needs defibrillation. When the second clown helps, Brock stabs him in the neck. He then hears on the radio that the clowns are heading to the abandoned factory and planning to kill Quinn, so he rushes there. Meanwhile, Quinn tries to escape in a manual car but can't drive it. A clown smashes the window and pulls her out, taking her to the factory. There, a clown removes his mask. It's Officer Don. The other clowns are the shopkeeper, the teacher, and Cole's mom. The head clown is revealed to be Arthur, the mayor. He tells Quinn they kill outsiders to protect the town's traditions. He says he hates her generation and considers them a disease. He reveals that Cole's sister died in the factory fire, that Cole himself started to get insurance money. Arthur says he'll kill Quinn and then Cole to make it look like a murder-suicide. Quinn is horrified. Cole is tied up and tries to plead with his father, but Arthur mocks him. Just as Don aims the gun at Quinn, Brock crashes in with his car and rescues her. He fights off a clown but is injured. He tells Quinn to run. Don chases her into a room full of clown costumes. Quinn hides, then jumps out in disguise and electrocutes him. Arthur tries to run over Cole with a car, but Russell shoots the rope, saving Cole. Quinn and her father hug and escape. They find a manual car. Quinn panics, but Brock teaches her to drive it. She manages, and they escape as the sun rises. Later, we see Quinn leaving the house to go to school. Her dad comes out and we learn he's running for mayor. Cole and Russell arrive to pick her up. She gets in the manual car, now confident, and finds the clown toy inside. She throws it out the window. End of the film.